Hello and welcome. Today we're going to crack a code that can literally define your entire career, the campus placement process. So let's just dive right in.
So, this is it, isn't it? The million-dollar question for so many engineering students. You've spent years learning, and now you're faced with this series of interviews that just feels completely overwhelming. But what if it isn't some unbeatable wall? What if it's just a puzzle that's waiting for you to solve it?
And that's the key, right there. We have to reframe this whole thing. It's not some random, scary challenge. No, it's a code. It's a puzzle that has a clear structure. And in this explainer, we're giving you the map to solve it. Okay, so the very first step in cracking any code is to understand its structure. You gotta know what you're up against. So let's map out the journey you're gonna face, level by level. Because trust me, knowing the path is half the battle.
And here it is. This is the path. Most campus placements follow this really predictable sequence. It kicks off with a wide net, that's the aptitude and core concepts round, and then it gets more and more specific. You move on to the coding challenge, then maybe a system design round, and finally the technical and personal HR interviews. Think of it like a video game, you know? You have to clear each level to get to the final boss.
And look at this. See how there's a direct line between the problem and the solution? For every challenge they throw at you, there's a specific, targeted plan on your side. It's a one-to-one match. And what that means is there's no guesswork here. This is exactly how you build your toolkit for success.
All right, now that we've decoded the levels, it's time to build your toolkit. This part is all about the how, the exact resources and strategies you need to conquer each and every round.
So that aptitude round is almost always the first gatekeeper. The goal here isn't to be some kind of math wizard. It's just to be really solid on the fundamentals. The sources we looked at point to some excellent online portals like PS Portal, Feel Free to Learn, and CareerRide. They're perfect for sharpening these skills without wasting any time.
Now when it comes to coding, you need to remember this one thing. Depth beats breadth. Every single time. Don't even try to dabble in 5 different languages. Just pick one and become a master at it. And if you're wondering which one, the sources consistently recommend Java as a really strong, versatile choice for these placement rounds.
Okay, this table right here, this is your roadmap for technical mastery. We're talking data structures and algorithms, or DSA. This is the absolute core of every single coding round. Now, I know it looks like a long list, but don't get intimidated. Just treat it like a checklist. You start with the basics, right? Arrays, strings, and the common algorithms that use them like 2-pointers. Then move on to stacks, queues, hash maps. Once you're solid there, you can tackle trees, recursion, and finally, the big ones, graphs and dynamic programming. Every topic you master isn't just a checked box, it's a new weapon in your problem-solving arsenal.
And the best part is, you don't have to tackle that checklist all by yourself. The sources recommend some absolutely fantastic, well-structured guides to help you out. The Striver A to Z and SDE sheets are basically legendary for how comprehensive they are. And Kunal Kushwaha's DSA Bootcamp is another excellent, highly praised resource to guide you on your learning journey.
Now, after the coding round, you might get hit with a system design round. And the advice here is super specific. Start with the basics. Focus on low-level design first. A really great way to practice this is by building class diagrams for console-based applications. You know, like the ones that are famously used in Zoho's interviews. It's all about building that strong foundation. And now, we've reached the final boss, the technical interview. This is where it all comes together. Your coding skills, your projects, your core knowledge, all your hard work leads to this one single crucial conversation. These right here are the pillars of knowledge for that final interview. You're going to be expected to have a really strong grasp of these core computer science subjects: object-oriented programming, or OOPS, database management systems, computer networks, and operating systems. And notice how SQL gets its own slice of the pie? That's because being able to write queries is absolutely critical. Pay close attention to this, because it might be the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. Any project you list on your resume has to be strictly yours. And why is that? Because they will dig deep, I promise you. You have to know the what, the why, every single challenge, every decision. Your genuine ownership of the work is what they're really looking for. So here it is, your final check before you walk into that room. Make sure you have a polished resume. Know your project's cold, Be totally solid on your core subjects and SQL. And finally, you have to put it all to the test. Use platforms like InterviewBits to run mock interviews over and over until it feels like second nature.
So, we've decoded the rounds. We've assembled the toolkit. Now let's put all of these pieces together into one simple, cohesive blueprint for success.
And this is it. The entire process boiled down into 5 actionable steps. First, you understand the path. Second, you master your tools. That's aptitude and your one programming language. Third, you systematically conquer DSA. Fourth, you solidify your theoretical knowledge and know your projects inside and out. And finally, you walk in and execute with the kind of confidence that only comes from being truly, genuinely prepared.
So we've laid out the map. We've handed you the key. The placement process isn't a mystery anymore. It's a solvable puzzle. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it? Your career starts right now. Thanks for watching.